Hey there, everyone, and welcome to Pour and Explore, a wine, food, and travel podcast. I'm your host, Nick Elliott, the wine guy. I'd love to be your go-to guide for all things wine, food, and the amazing places they take us. Here on Pour and Explore, we'll sip, savor, and wander through the exciting world of wine, discuss incredible cuisines, and uncover the stories behind unforgettable destinations. Each week, I'll bring you lively conversations with wine experts, chefs, travel pros, and fellow enthusiasts. We'll share practical tips, hilarious tales, and plenty of inspiration to fuel your next adventure. So grab a glass, pull up a chair, and join me as we pour, explore, and celebrate the good life. Let's dive in. All right, everybody, welcome back to another amazing episode of Pour and Explore, a food, wine, and travel podcast. I'm excited today to be coming to you from the 18th Annual Marketers Cruise here in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. I am on the very top deck of the Carnival Vista, and we're going to talk today about cruising and how cruising can be the ultimate travel hack to see so many amazing things in a short period of time with only having to unpack once. It's a fantastic thing. Let me ask you this. Have you ever thought the travel was just too much of a hassle or overwhelming? Well, let me tell you what, on today's episode, we're going to talk about ways to maximize the things you get to see, the things you get to do, the people you get to meet, all in one place, all in one room. So many things to see, so many things to do, and we're all going to do it from this beautiful island of St. Thomas, USVI. So it was a couple years ago that my wife and I discovered the amazing convenience of traveling the world by boat. It really is a fantastic way to see so many things in a short amount of time and really maximize the amount of activities, the fun, and everything that you can possibly do on vacation. Cruises combine transportation, they combine accommodations, meals, entertainment, and of course, making it effortless to enjoy multiple destinations in a short period of time, whether that cruise is 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, 10 days. It's a really, really great way to see a lot of things. We're in the U.S. Virgin Islands right now. We're on St. Thomas. Yesterday, we were in St. Martin. The day before that, we were in Puerto Rico. The day before that, we were in the Dominican Republic. So as you can see, in a short 6-day span, we've seen so many amazing things, and it's been a lot of fun. And we've met a really, really cool people here on the Marketers Cruise. If you want learn a little bit more about the Marketers Cruise, definitely head into the show notes. I've got some links in there for you to check out. It's a cruise that they've been putting on for 18 years at this point, and it's a place for entrepreneurs, marketers, business owners to come together to network and put our heads together to how we can work together and make everyone successful. So check out the Marketers Cruise. It's really, really a fun place to be. I've made so many awesome connections with great people so far, and it's only day 5. So imagine going to bed, whatever time that might be, and waking up the next morning either in a new place. That is the convenience of cruise travel. It's really a lot of fun. We've traveled through Europe. We've traveled in the Pacific Ocean. We've traveled through the Panama Canal. We've traveled the Caribbean several times on cruises. And I'll tell you what, it really, really, in my opinion, is an amazing way to do things. As I mentioned, I'm coming to you today from the Carnival Vista. This is the very first time that we traveled on Carnival Cruise Line. And I'll tell you what, I'm pretty darn impressed. The people are great. The boat is clean. The room is awesome. The food is good, and we have made it everywhere on time for the most part, and really enjoying all the great things. So definitely want to check that out. Cruises really are for everyone. So, whether you're a family, or we're going to be talking in a few weeks about solo travel here on Pour and Explore. So whether you're by yourself or you've got a family of 50, cruising is absolutely a way to see many, many great things in a short amount of time, and I couldn't recommend it more. If you're a professional, coming out, this Marketers Cruise is a great way to meet people, to network, put your heads together and see what you can do. adventures. Here in St. Thomas, we've got a trip snorkeling with turtles later. There's zip lining, there's kayaking, there's boating. I mean, absolutely amazing. And it's a beautiful day, little overcast, about 75 degrees. It's absolutely fantastic. You want to come and just relax on vacation? Well, there's no better way to do that than on a boat. There's so many decks, so many places to sit down, relax, chill. And you know what? We're relaxing. My wife is right over there relaxing, having a great time. So if that's what you like to do on vacation, I highly, highly recommend it. If you're a foodie, you know what? The food on the cruise is great. They've got buffets, they have specialty restaurants, as most cruise lines do, where you can go get a steak, you can go get some Asian food, you can go get some Italian food. Absolutely amazing. And of course, that doesn't even cover all of the amazing cuisines that you get in your ports of call. Dominican Republic. Oh my God. Puerto Rico. The food is absolutely fantastic. Here in St. Thomas, they've got their own local delights as well. So just imagine going from port to port and tasting all of these fantastic cuisines from local areas prepared by local people. It's absolutely awesome. So if you're a foodie, you know what? Can't do any better than coming out on a cruise. Cruising has become for us an amazing way to see the world, and that's why I started doing my wine cruises. I'm going to be doing my first one here in 2025 November. You can check out links in the show notes about that cruise. It's going to be a wine cruise through Europe, starting in Switzerland and sailing all the way up the river to Amsterdam. And it's going to be all wine focused. Of course, I'm the wine guy. So this is a way not only for me to experience some places that I've never been before, but it's going to be a great place for me to meet people and have a great time. And I would love to meet you on the 2025 wine cruise with On the Waterways. We're leaving November the 2nd. So definitely check that out. Choosing the right cruise for you, choosing the right cruise for your family, of course, is a very, very important part of the decision process. Making sure that you're choosing the right boats, making sure that you're choosing the right places. There are all types of cruises. There are adults only cruises. There are family cruises, cruises through Disney for the kids, Magical Kingdom, all of that great stuff. So choosing a boat, choosing destinations that really work for you and your group is going to be an important thing. So before you just pull the trigger, do a little research. And of course, everyone's got a budget that they're working with as well. So make sure that you understand the price points, make sure you understand what's included with your fare. Most boats, most cruise lines are going to be all inclusive. And then, of course, on top of that, you've got things like gratuities, you've got things like all of your excursions that you take if you're going to do that out into your ports of call. So definitely, as you're putting together your budget, make sure you're taking all of those things into consideration. And of course, if you don't live in the general area of where the boat is leaving from, you'll need to take in airfare and things like that. So put together a little calculation, make sure that it works for your budget. But I'll tell you what, when we talk about bang for your buck with travel, I don't think there's any better way than hopping on a cruise ship and seeing so many things all inclusive, and it's absolutely fabulous. Some things to take into consideration when you're cruising is, of course, packing smart. Just like you would for any vacation, you have to take what you're bringing along with you into consideration. So there's all kinds of great little hacks to minimize the amount of stuff that you're taking, packing cubes and minimizing what you're bringing along with you. Really, really very, very important. I will say that on cruise ships, the storage space is very, very limited. So just think about the things that you're bringing along with you as well. When you're getting to your ports of call, you want to make the most of the places that you get to. So if you're an early riser, that's awesome. Most ships, in my experience, get into their ports between like 9 and 11 a.m., something along those lines. So that way you can get up, you can get out and really make the most of your day. And again, in my experience, most cruise lines, you will have about maybe 5 to 6 to 7 hours in port before you shove off. and move to your next destination. Now, all of the things that you can do out there in each port is going to depend on where you're going. What you do here in St. Thomas is going to be different than what you do in Basel, Switzerland, for example. But, definitely keep in mind that there are so many fun ways to see the destinations that you get to. And that is not even covering the amount of amazing things that they have to do for you on the boat. If you are a drinker, I'll tell you what, you can't find a better place than a boat. Bars upon bars upon bars. It's absolutely the coolest thing. And if you're not a drinker, of course, you're going to have tons of non-alcoholic options. And then there are the shows and the acts that they have, comedy, music, dance, all types of amazing things to see here on a cruise ship, and fun for the entire family. Whether you're traveling by yourself, you're traveling as a couple, or you're traveling with a family, there's something for everyone. And you don't even have to leave this tiny little area. Well, not so tiny, but this tiny little area. Travel is really a passion for me. That's why I do this podcast. I travel the world. I eat, I drink, I talk, I meet. It's what I love to do. It's what my wife loves to do. So we typically travel together. It's so very much fun. The convenience, the variety, and the ability to tailor your experience to your personal travel goals is really what travel, and my personal travel goals, is really what travel is all about for me. To see new places, to meet new people, to eat new food, to try new wines. So no matter what your travel goals are, I can almost guarantee that you can find a great ship to take you to your next favorite destination. Being on this cruise has really reminded me why cruising works so well for so many people. It really is stress-free. It's full of opportunities, and you can really customize it and make it exactly what you want it to be. All right. So I definitely want to thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of Pour and Explore, talking all about cruising and how really to make the most of your travels with, say, multiple destinations in a short amount of time on beautiful weather, beautiful boats, and beautiful people, and really, really having a great time. So I definitely encourage you to look into it. If you haven't thought about it before, definitely take a peek, whether that's on the ocean or on a river. I highly, highly recommend it. So, take a look at some of my favorites. We have traveled Norwegian Cruise Line before. Again, I said this is my first time on Carnival, and I've been very, very impressed. I've got a partnership now with Ama Waterways. I am one of their wine hosts, and I will be experiencing Ama Waterways for the first time this upcoming fall. I definitely want you to check that out. Head over to my website and check out the fall wine cruise leaving November 2nd of 2025, going from Basel, Switzerland, all the way up to Amsterdam, and plenty of wine and fun in between. So I definitely want you to check that out. And we're going to see so many amazing places, and I'm really, really super excited about it. And again, check out some options for yourself. Do some research. Go online. There's plenty of cruise websites. I'll toss a couple of cruise websites in the links so you can check out some of my favorites. We've got lots of fabulous episodes coming up for you, travel professionals. I've got some chefs coming up, some sommeliers. We're going to talk a little bit about wine. And of course, talking a lot more about food and travel coming up on the next episode. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Tell all your friends about Pour and Explore, the wine, food, and the travel podcast. And as we sign off today, I don't have a glass of wine, but I will say cheers, and I will say everybody keep wondering and wandering. Take care.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Pour and Explore. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your stories, and your questions, so you can drop me a line at cheers@thewineguy.vin. That's cheers@thewineguy.vin. Or let's connect on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook. Grab those links on my website at thewineguy.vin. Until next time, let's keep wondering and wandering. Cheers, everyone.